Dear God, welcome to this bright sacred space. This is Silvia, your irresistible, charming, charismatic, one and only, most trusted and chosen esoteric artist and evolutive mentor. So many adjectives, oh yes, because I love to enlighten the opulence I am. I'm here to support your ascension journey, and I do work with beings who are already spiritually evolved, who have a certain confidence in using their powers and, of course, knowing what their powers are. So, have a look to my services and products, my resources to support your journey. There is something free and something to invest on. So choose your favorite according to your needs, and I'm looking forward to seeing you thriving and to supporting you, of course. Today is Mother Day, and as I love to take inspiration from daily life, from what we live daily, and also from the simplest things, which are the more exquisite things to explore as well. I decided to go into the exploration of one of the most famous cards of the tarot deck, Rider-Waite-Smith, which is the original tarot deck from which all the others have been produced and created. So we are going inside this esoteric magical window of the card number 3, which is the Empress. As you can see, she is seated in her throne. She is standing firm. She looks very quiet, very serene. She's surrounded by nature. She's got a forest in the background, a sweet river, and then she is in the middle of a cornfield as well. She has the shield of love at her feet. As you can see, that heart-shaped shield with the glyph of Venus, which stands for love, for the power of the feminine. And she's holding the scepter of her power. She also has a crown with 12 bright stars, which stand for the 12 signs of the zodiac. And in a more expanded version, I do recognize in the stars the cosmos, the universe. So we can say that she is connected with the divine, what is above, and with the terrestrial, what is below. The sky in this image is bright yellow, so it's totally enlightened by the sunlight. And so we also have the power of the masculine here coming up. And as you can see, she sits on a wonderful red blanket, we can say, which stands for the power of the feminine, the blood. She also has roses, and they look like they can be interpreted as pomegranates as well. Yes, maybe we can recognize them as pomegranates. So fertility, creativity, sensuality, sexuality ignited. And she is embodying the archetype of the mother. So there is an esoteric mother at the core of the Empress. Who is a mother? A mother is the most powerful being who exists. A mother is this powerful being who has the power to conceive, to gestate, to birth, and to care for her own creation after birth so that it can keep blooming and expanding until it can do it by its own and it can produce other creations. So it's an infinite, growing expansion. So today we work with this archetype. Who is a mother? She is God. A mother is the embodiment of God. Who is this being who has the power to conceive, gestate, birth, mothering? Mothering is her own creation. This is God. This is who we are. And so, taking advantage of this kind of universal feast, Mother's Day, this is God's Day. This is to remind us who we are. This is to remind us our power. This is to remind us to keep on holding the scepter of our power, to keep on sitting on our throne, to keep on being connected with the divine and the terrestrial parts of us, and to keep them in balance, in harmony, through the energy of love. All this mixture, all this blend, all this concoction makes us unstoppable, untouchable, and also irreplaceable, unique. So you can see by staring at the image of the Empress, the firmness, the serendipity, and the love of this figure, of this character. What you see is who you are. You can see it, you can recognize it because you are these things. You see the opulence of this image because you recognize the opulence which dwells within you. You see the abundance of nature, the abundance of the fields, the abundance of her own gown with all these fruits, the abundance of her crown with all the stars of the firmament, the abundance of the water with this ever-flowing river by her side. So the Empress is opulence, is embodied power, is the recognition of our own powers, and is the act of putting them into practice. We do not just recognize we have the powers, we also use them to create. She is the creatrix, she is the goddess who creates, who gives birth, who gives life. And of course here, giving life to a human being is simply a metaphor to give life to each one of our own desires. So the Empress is the God who chooses, who decides and gives life to his her own desires. Is the God within us, is the conscious manifestor, the conscious manipulator who molds the matter, the ethereal matter within herself, to give birth to a physical matter without him, herself. God works within to give birth without. And I repeat myself here because I have already explained this concept to you in my previous videos. Of course, we have this internal call, this internal push to make physical our ethereal wishes. Because we are incarnated in a physical body, we have chosen to be here in this terrestrial experience. So we are called to bring everything which already lives and exists within us in ethereal form. We are called to give physical form to all of our desires. We are called to bring them in the terrestrial plane, in the touchable plane, in the practical plane, in the tangible plane. So you see how from a universal feast celebrated almost all around the world, I believe, maybe with flowers, gifts, of recognition and appreciation to this figure, the figure of the mother, there is an esoteric character who is emerging from air. We are all mothers. It doesn't matter the sex, we are all mothers. We all conceive, gestate, give birth, take care to our own desires, which are becoming physical creations, to live with us in the three-dimensional terrestrial reality. So today is a huge reminder to our power within, to go back to our power within, to remember who we are, to remember the God state incarnated, which we are here to embody, to live, to enjoy, and to make bloom each and every day. And now we go into the light with this new awareness, and we enjoy and we put into practice our own power. As usual, let me know here down below in the comments how these words resonated with you and what you are doing practically today to honor your creation power within, this fire of creation which dwells within you, which you are.